North Carolina, weighing 218 pounds, Jeff Hardy.
What is going on, everybody? Bye, Ego.
He'll be back.
I gotta get my hat. Keep going. I'll be back. Go ahead.
All right. It's just weird that all of a sudden we're all on camera and you disappear.
His hotel room just got raided.
Yeah.
It's usually because black people have drugs. I'm just kidding.
As a white person, I have been in a hotel room that has been raided.
What? Oh, no, that's the wrong one.
Yeah.
All right, welcome to Wednesday Night is Overbooked.
Yeah.
JV is like going, I'm going to freaking kick your ass. Welcome to everybody. And of course, welcome to JV.
That's right. That's right. We got a premium live event, pay-per-view, whatever you want to call it, coming up on Saturday. Drew and Punk getting ready to get their strap on. They're in a strap match. So just insert jokes.
Insert something.
Plenty of inserting going on.
Oh, good God. Here we go.
Innuendo.
Speaking of inserting, Jade's at his door. LeftEyeEgo.
I get that one. Okay.
I know you do. That's why I said it.
I heard that one. Sorry, guys, that I'm not used to my usual setup. Work's got me out of town until at least Friday. Doing good, but hanging in there otherwise. Ready to talk some. I can't wait to talk some theme songs. I'm ready to do that when we get there.
All right. Speaking of talking theme songs, the man who is Matt judged tonight again?
He's judged
okay,
today.
because we haven't transitioned. Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
The man who's the judge, that would be cousin Matt, Sweaty Dudley. What's up, buddy? How you doing?
I have an announcement. I have defeated the WWE. After 5 weeks of appeals, my YouTube SummerSlam video, I have won against them and is now unblocked.
I've done that too.
What are they blocking for?
Because WWE is one of the worst out there, and they will copyright strike your channel. It was my first copyright strike ever.
Wow.
I mean, they're worse than Paramount.
That's my actual only copyright strike ever.
Paramount's
About
bad.
6 years ago,
It's bad.
I had a playlist that I put someone else's Undertaker video on just so I could watch it when I wanted to. And I got a copyright strike because my public playlist had it on it.
Wow.
That's insanity.
Yeah.
Holy smokes. All right. Well, congratulations, because I have not beaten that one. Speaking of beating it, that'd be Bradley Duke Devil. How you doing, buddy?
I actually have my notes all set, actually prepared.
All right.
Somehow found time in the hell that has been my work life.
All right.
That could be your Dudley name. Bradley beat it off Dudley. There you go.
That's why I hate lawyers, because they write notes for a stream that's supposed to be fun.
I can't remember anything.
I know you don't. Just fucking around. All right. So quite frankly,
let's start on the real stuff right now. Monday, we had another passing of a legend. That will be Sid Justice, otherwise known as Sid Vicious, otherwise known as Psycho Sid. He was 64 years old. This is almost a year to the day after the passing of Bray Wyatt. A couple days before Bray Wyatt died, we had Terry Funk passed away. In the last month, we had both the Wild Samoans, Alpha and Sika, that is Roman Reigns' father and uncle, the oldest living members of the Anoa'i family, and also Kevin Sullivan. fun fact, or not so fun fact about Sid here. Sid is the only WWF champion that has worn the Winged Eagle belt that is not in the Hall of Fame.
I did not know that.
Yep.
Wow.
I'm sure Triple H will negotiate a legend contract with his family now. You know.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Because Triple H is, in my opinion, he's a very nostalgic man, which is one of the reasons that I really like him. He believes in legacy, and I think he's doing a great job in that arena. Vince would probably do one show honoring Sid, and then probably it would be awful business as usual.
I don't think Vince really liked Sid. I mean, as I said, he's the only superstar who wore the Winged Eagle championship. Everyone else is in the Hall of Fame except Sid.
Yeah, and that's kind of why what I was leaning towards, the fact that he would probably get one mention and it would be kind of a blip.
Right.
There'd be like a Raw opening, like in memoriam dong or whatever. And
they do like the 10 bells or something before the show starts.
I don't even know if they would do that if Vince was still around. They would do in memoriam in the intro.
That's what I mean.
10 seconds, and that would be it.
They maybe it's some bells during the in memoriam, but they wouldn't have people out there for it. No.
Right. So I mentioned it. Obviously with Sid just has just passed. I mentioned going over some memories of Bray that we've had throughout his run there, but we can add Sid as well. So Ryan, do you have any memories, or do you have any memories of Bray or Sid that you would share that just comes to mind?
Sid, I was a little young. I caught him a little bit later on because I think he made a couple of small appearances. But Bray definitely. I remember when he was and it was just such a waste. And then all of a sudden, like, he was the first big what I would call a gimmick. Because when I was at NXT, they're like, "Oh, we're trying to do away with gimmicks. No more Rock, Stone Cold, The Undertaker, Kane." I'm like, you mean the things that make the show great? And they're like, "Yeah, we're trying to do away with that." And I'm like, "Why?" And they're like, "Oh, because of UFC." I'm like, "This is not UFC." And I thought that from day one. Whenever I heard that, and even my character Legion was a gimmick. It was meant to be fun for people watching that and fun for me. And so to see them finally go back to an actual gimmick that really sold, and it sold well, and that was Bray Wyatt.
Mm-hmm.
That was the first huge gimmick since they did that whole stupid realism thing. I don't even know what you want to call it, because I just call it nonsense. But they're like, "Yeah, well, we're not doing gimmicks. Gimmicks don't sell that one." I'm like going, "Yeah, because the last 50 years don't exist." Sorry.
Well, I mean, when Bray went into the Fiend, I mean, the Fiend was one of the top selling the merch of all time.
Yeah. Yes,
all time.
I mean, the intro alone with the lantern and everybody in their cell phones with the lights. I mean, that was people getting into it again. That was people loving it again. They got to participate. It was exciting to see. And it was
had
huge.
One thing,
the Undertaker feel too. I mean, he was
Yeah.
definitely mixing in some of the paranormal stuff, but
Aura.
not kind of the over the top that some
That
of the
was the,
Undertaker was
not
early on.
supernatural.
That was the second part of Bray Wyatt. The first one was the cult leader Bray Wyatt. Remember, they dropped it after a month because of all the panic over it or whatever. But that's when I loved it. I was like, "Oh my god, they're really going to do like a semi-supernatural cult leader." I'm like, because I love the Ministry of Darkness. That's what I like all the time.
When I liked it when he was just like sitting in the ring on the rocking chair.
Yeah,
just slowly going back and forth.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I remember with Bray, and this was doing my research for my video on the Monday, and we talked about superstars that got screwed during their time on the main roster. Talk about a guy who got screwed was Bray Wyatt. Bray Wyatt was 4 WrestleManias, got screwed. He was at WrestleMania 30. He was the most over superstar in the company, but he had a match against Vince McMahon's golden boy, John Cena. So Cena got the win. That should have been Bray's.
Well, there's
and then
a whole
and then
Joker. I'll add to that. So John Cena, I don't want to say he screwed Vince over multiple times. He's done it with Bray Wyatt. He's done it with Kevin Owens. Whenever, like he goes out there with when Vince doesn't like the guy initially, and he puts him against Cena, like he's giving their like to push Cena more than anything. Cena will deliberately make a match, call the match in a way that makes the guy he has to beat look really good.
Oh wow!
To put the guy over big time. And Vince, every time he's done it, like with the 3 Kevin Owens matches, every time he's done it, Vince has actually had an argument with Cena backstage after the match.
How about making him look too good in a loss?
And Cena supposedly, I read this after the second one. Cena was like, "What are you going to do, Vince? You need me more than I need you," because Cena was going Hollywood at the time, you know.
Mhm.
So I mean, there's a lot of politics. I mean, they should do it. They're not going to do it. And there'll be an interesting documentary, like the politics in WWE between all the factions trying to control things with Vince and his goon squad, and the breakup with him and Shane, and then Steph and Triple H and their power faction and all that. A lot of interesting politics in there, So,
I would agree with that. I would watch that, by the way.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. I think it'll be greenlit at some point.
On Sid,
So-
for you guys who haven't seen him, like the younger guys, like maybe Ego or Ryan, you little
Ryan.
I may have caught his WCW run. I think.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, you can
No,
get all.
that's
You can
Taylor.
get almost
Okay,
all
yeah.
of it in the archives now. But to
Okay,
me,
yeah.
best Sid was used very limitedly by Heyman in ECW. Not all of it's like there's a lot of some pay-per-view segments, and there's a couple of ECW hardcore TV segments that aren't in the W library. You could probably find them on YouTube. I found one the other day, and he would have Sid go out there and just like destroy people, and the crowd would pop so hard. Like the one I remember the most was I think it was the third one or the second one I saw was the Dudleys were leaving ECW to go, I think WCW at the time or whatever. So they were doing the business and putting over the Impact players, and so the Impact players destroy the Dudleys and put one of them on a stretcher. And now you're like, why didn't they just wheel them out? Then the Impact players are raising the crowd, and they go, "We rule the world." And then just Jeff Jones walks out, and he goes, "No, no, 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 no." And then Sid comes out. He crushes the Impact players. Then he goes over and picks up whatever Dudley was on the stretcher with the stretcher and throws it into the audience. Like he just
Wow.
I mean, you could see like 6 of those ECW giant bodyguard guys catching it, but it was a planned spot, obviously. But like, you know how ECW with the music and the pop and all that, and then Sid just walks out. Like there's no, he gets his, like that's how you got to use a monster. You know what I mean? Like early Undertaker, they just come in, do that thing, and get out. You don't want to see them every single day and waste up their monster cred. You know what I mean? Like, and Sid
Right.
with that run was it was the best time he was used as a monster. I love that, man. Plus he was a great softball
So
player.
Brad, right? Yeah, softball Sid. So Brad, any memories you want to share?
Honestly, when he was in the WWE, WWF, actually, I had sort of fallen out at that point. So like I was maybe like, late 80s, early 90s.
Somewhere around there.
I think so.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think it's somewhere in that neighborhood. It was probably early 90s because I started watching about late 98. So that's
'cause
why I kind of saw him on the
Yeah, he did WCW. Well, he was NWA as a transition to WCW. Then he left and went to, if I recall correctly, to WWE or whatever you want to call it.
Mhm.
Right around the time I think Ric Flair's first run, like in the early '90s. Then he did the ECW run in the mid '90s, and then Ryan, when you came back, and then he did the early 2000s WWF run. Then he broke his leg.
Yep.
Basically.
Yeah, literally, it was basically he was there when I was in college and law school. So I had not gotten back into watching wrestling, honestly, until like 96, 97.
dude. I was
when
in
the
middle school.
when the Attitude Era, and WCW is hitting.
TV.
So
Yeah.
that's when I really picked back up, because I saw the late 80s was about the last time I actually watched consistently. So honestly, I don't remember. I seem to remember him being aligned with HBK for a bit though.
Yeah, he did.
They had a
There
little
was a
run.
he was his bodyguard basically, and
Okay.
and he had a big like betrayal because he was Psycho Sid. He could,
Mhm.
so,
Psycho Sid, I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah. Just strange
There
that
you
he
go.
wasn't a guy for
And he
Vince
went-
though. I mean, it looks like he has the look.
there's behind the scenes stuff with his personality.
Well, yeah, he very much has the look for Vince, because Vince was all about the big strong guys. I mean,
Mhm.
he was built at 6'2". I mean,
he was
he
legit.
was
Mm.
I mean, he was 6'9".
What?
Sid was 6'9".
what I
legit
thought he was a lot
6'9".
taller.
Are you
What the
serious?
hell is with the freaking?
I thought he was like 6'5" plus. I mean, he's a big dude.
He looked
Wow.
he looked 6'6" to me.
He's big.
That's
He's
why-
legit big.
Is this
He's
one of those
6'9".
weird things? Is this one of those weird things, kind of like with
Mandela
Hogan,
effects?
where after all the back issues that because Hulk Hogan was
shrank.
6'7".
Yeah,
He was 6'7". He really
Maybe.
was.
Yeah.
yeah.
No, I thought
Possible.
Sid Vicious was a lot taller than that. 6'2". That doesn't make any sense.
Okay. Wow. 6. Damn.
Yeah.
So Ego Sid. So Ego. Obviously not. Maybe not Sid, but Bray. Any memories on Mr. Wyatt?
Yeah, I mean, I never got a chance to catch the whole damn world in my hand promo that he cut, but I think for me it was like you had Undertaker, you had Kane, which was like those existential threats that whenever they came in, either someone's getting jumped, something bad's gonna happen, but it's gonna be awesome when you see it. And I hadn't seen anything like that until I saw Bray Wyatt, and I'm like, who is this guy playing backwoods Louisiana music, sitting in a rocking chair with lanterns? It legit freaked me out when I saw it. I'm like, wow, like this is what I thought for me wrestling was missing to get me back into it. I kind of like having a gimmick that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
And so when you had it, I'm like, this is awesome. And I don't know if anyone knows, but there's a Batman villain called Professor Pig, who wears a pig
Yeah.
mask, and he's sadistic.
That's
Here,
Grant
he gave
Morrison's
me
run.
Yeah, that's what it did. Remind me. I was like, holy crap, this is like
Oh my
Professor
God,
Pig
what a
does.
good reminder. Wow.
Yeah, that I was like, when I saw it, I was like, that's exactly what I would want it to look like, and he's doing it in wrestling. Like, it works. This is awesome. And so it's like he made that gimmick work for me, and I really enjoyed it. It's sad that he was gone too soon on it, but I mean, he was phenomenal. Him just going into a back bend after being like splayed out would freak out the audience too. But it was actually awesome. So I mean, I really miss Bray, and his style, I hadn't seen that in a while. It was really great.
Also, he was not a small man, and the fact that he did that was wild.
Yes. Yeah.
Right.
Straight into a back man.
So-
He moved
He was
fast.
he was an agile, large man.
Big
Yeah.
big
He
guy.
was,
Yeah, he
yeah.
was very much so. So quick little transition. His younger brother, Taylor, also known as Bo Dallas, also known as Uncle Howdy, had his in-ring debut as Uncle Howdy on Monday Night Raw. A couple more fun facts. The Monday, it was August 26th. That was 5 years to the day that Bo had his last match in a WWE ring.
Wow.
The building they were in Providence, Rhode Island, which is where they had the match with Bray Wyatt and Daniel Bryan, where Daniel Bryan went into the match a member of the Wyatt family and broke away from being a part.
Oh,
of the
that's
Wyatt.
right.
Same building.
Wow.
All right, I have to again say this. I was not a huge fan of Bo Dallas, not even close. But one of his you have to believe. And I
But the
used to.
bully.
I had a friend that hated that, and I'm like going, "Hey, bro, do you believe?" And he's like, "Shut the fuck up." He would get so angry at me, and I just kept doing it. And I was like, "This is the greatest troll ever." Like, you have to believe. Like, it's just worked.
I love Bo Dallas as a support mid card character. You know what I mean? Like he
Yeah.
had that place where he's with someone bigger than him, but he could be like not a goon, but like a tag team partner / because he could talk. He could actually legitimately talk, and that's a lost skill apparently in the last 25 years. You know.
I'll say this though, in my opinion, Uncle Howdy is very different.
Then
Well,
Bray Wyatt,
yeah.
Well, yes, and there is a big difference. Bray Wyatt is always going to have a lot more of a presence than in my opinion, than Uncle Howdy. But I think if you want things to go forward, I think they can do stuff with this, and they can work with this, and it'll do very well. Now, given this photo right here, I'd like to see that maybe Bo get a little more, chiseled, a little more stacked. But we'll get there.
Is he bigger than I remember though?
Well,
he has gained a little weight, but Bo was a lot smaller than Ray was.
He is, yes.
As far as
he's underside of 6 feet. How much does he weigh?
He's like six. He is like 6 foot, maybe 6'2", but he's like 230, something around there.
Okay. All right.
Let's see.
Now on their gimmick though,
go ahead.
They have to go back to where they first appeared and wrecked the gorilla room and all that. Like, just start doing more damage than just Chad Gable. You know what I mean? Everyone they should have an ongoing gimmick that everyone is afraid of the Wyatt Six showing up someplace.
Yeah.
You know,
right? Exactly.
There should be an omnipresent force of darkness. You know.
Okay, so this is
now.
I was just talking about real quick about Bo Dallas. His build height is 6'1". So is John Cena's, by the way.
Okay.
Weight is 234. John Cena's actual height is 5'11". They usually give him a couple inches. So that would probably say, yeah, it's the shoes. Which I don't have a problem with that. That's fine. I want to find.
I'm gonna start billing myself as 5'11".
I want to find his brother because
his
brother was over 6 foot.
Yeah. So I wanted to say that this debut match. I mean, yeah, they've been having the war of words with Chad. Chad was probably the best person to have for a debut match to put you over. Chad,
I agree with that. I'm no problem with that.
This match,
I'm just saying.
Right. Exactly.
No offense to Chad, but he's a mid Carter with his right now. So what they need to get the wide storyline needs to be everywhere. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like you walk around the corner and there's like 4 of them just standing there watching you. You know.
I agree.
Right. Yeah. Like so like you're gonna see. So this is where I think that someone like Nikki Cross, and when and if she does arrive, Alexa Bliss, you're gonna see stuff with someone like Dakota Kai, because in some of her backstage promos, you will see like a rambling rabbit puppet in the background, or you'll see the Pluto side, or in one of them, she received some new gaming controller type stuff, and she's talking to, and in the background you hear the one piano key playing the whole time. So Dakota Kai is a target, and probably the Judgment Day will come next. So,
I mean, a cool thing they could do. Remember when they had Nikki Cross delivering that gift? Is have her deliver a gift to someone, and then later in the segment, you just see that person beat up and crucified against the wall. You know, like you don't even know how it happened; it just happens. You know, and like
that'd be awesome.
And then like people start walking someone with the gift, and people just start running away from her. You know, like just because they know what's going to happen, type of thing. You know,
it seems to be that they're going for people that have betrayed their families. that's
That's everyone.
Oh.
Well,
Yeah, pretty much.
Nobody's safe.
I do think that they need to, maybe after this premium live event, to use JV's words, because he is right, it's no longer pay-per-view. It
It's a
just
play.
it just works because we're all fucking old. But I think after this one, after Cody Rhodes and Kevin Owens kind of bury the hatchet, I'm not saying there needs to be a fight. I think there needs to be a small run-in backstage for maybe
That's gonna
Cody to come face to face, but no violence. Yes,
with the Wyatts. Well,
I think so. Yeah,
different
because
brands.
ultimately
They're on
they,
different brands. They're on
Oh,
different brands. It's not going to happen.
Well, what if the Wyatts could float? What if they were just, because I swear we talked about this before, that they could float.
I'm trying to figure.
As of right now, every member of the Wyatt Six is on the Raw roster.
Yeah,
They are
you got to
not on the
remember
SmackDown
with
roster.
like to us, it's all the WWE, but with them being on different channels, and when they make that contract, like I know when Fox had the contract
It's
with
TV
SmackDown,
rights.
they were like, no, we don't want our guys all appearing on the other network all the time.
That's right.
Okay.
And
All right.
Netflix is going to be even stronger with something like that. So you gotta, they have some flexibility. You know what I mean? Like, you know how they said that the title holder is not beholden to either channel, and that's probably in the contract. You know what I mean? That the WWE title holder can do either one.
Well, then Cody needs to make an appearance on Raw, because quite frankly, and the reason I say this, the reason I'm saying this is because the Wyatt family is, again, it's a gimmick. It transcends the rest of it. It's not like the Judgment Day. There's not really a whole lot of paranormal there. The Wyatt family has the paranormal, which means that they need to transcend not just Raw but SmackDown. And I think that there needs to be just a shoulder bump or whatever of Cody walking around a corner and seeing them, and people are going to go, wait, whoa, hold up now. They're going to get excited about that. I'm not saying it's going to lead to anything yet, but it really should, because quite frankly, for one, I think that Cody's storyline's a little stale. And look, I like Kevin Owens. I give him a lot of crap. But I like Kevin Owens because he is a hard worker. He's a worker, and when I say worker, he works the ring. He works it well. He knows.
Spoilers for what the future, what I think they should do for Cody, and it would work. Have Cody heel turn and take over the evil bloodline. Total heel turn.
I don't know if I like that.
He needs something, man. It's stale. I don't know what else you do if it's stale.
He needs so he needs something.
He needs a heel turn. He needs a heel turn. That's what it comes down to.
Well,
but how's it happen?
Okay, as of right now, what, based on everything that has happened this year so far, and I go back to it again and again and again and again and again, the Raw after WrestleMania, where The Rock and Cody stood in the ring and The Rock outright challenged Cody Rhodes. That's your WrestleMania that's your WrestleMania Night 2 main event. And until that time, Cody Rhodes is going to be the same character he is right now.
He's the John Cena right now.
All right, Professor.
He's not even John Cena.
Well, I mean, just as like the pure baby face.
Then the other option is for him, they have to get him away from the bloodline and put him in some sort of like grindy, like Hell in a Cell level feud with someone for the next 3 or 4 months. So put him over as someone who can take.
I just thought of this. Or I thought of this. This is something fun perhaps. Let's say you want to get the belt off of Cody just to spice it up just a little bit. Bad blood. Cody Rhodes loses to Randy Orton. Randy Orton holds the title real quick till Survivor.
One last time.
Series till Survivor Series. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Where the Rock will reveal himself as the one he is behind Solo's crew, but the Rock wants Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania, so Solo's crew is going to ensure that Cody wins the title. You go through Mania, Rock loses, blah blah blah. Backlash, Randy wins the title again, goes on a run. That now puts Randy Orton at number 16.
16.
Who else next year is their last year as an in-ring performer who also has 16 champions?
John Cena.
John Cena.
Yeah.
Randy Orton, John
16
Cena would
versus
draw a
6.
massive crowd.
Yeah.
All right, I'm okay with that.
I'll
like that.
rate.
I just thought of that the other day.
That's very, very good, and I very much like that. The only reason I might step on that slightly is because John Cena and The Rock had one more face off, and the crowd was more energized for that, chanting "Holy shit!" than we have seen. And that's when John Cena said, "You can't see me," and he got a rock bottom, and the Undertaker came out. Now it's supposed to be Stone Cold Steve Austin, but look, I love the Undertaker, but you're not gonna get the same traction as Stone Cold Steve Austin and The Rock.
Since I didn't see it, how big was the Rock Cena match? The first once or twice. I mean, was it that as build?
28?
Both
28
two.
was okay. 28 was okay. 29 was gone. It was awful. It was the
So
worst.
people would
The
really
build
want to see
wasn't
that
bad
again,
though.
Well, okay, hold on.
The main
What
event
was it?
The match was terrible.
Okay.
It was completely phoned in. It was a 20-minute match where the final 10 minutes was, I'm going to go for a finisher. I'm going to slip out of the finisher. I'm going to do a false finisher. I'm going to attempt another finisher. And then the whole, when John tries to do the people's elbow and just goes, and it just lacks it. Oh God, it was boring on both ends.
Horrible
match.
I'm sorry.
It was stealing from The Rock and what The Rock and Stone Cold have done for years, which they're very good at doing. John Cena, not so much. Look, I like John Cena. He's great. I would love to see The Rock and John Cena one more time. And I think the WWE universe would love to see it one more time. In my opinion, I think for Cody to get the final seal of approval, it would be The Rock and the Rock. Basically, if we go with your theory, Randy Orton wins, The Rock beats Randy Orton, or vice versa. I mean, we could actually go with The Rock.
No. The Rock ensures that Randy loses and Cody regains the belt going into Mania.
Okay, but we have to throw John Cena in there somewhere. Because John Cena has one left. Yeah, we do.
That's what he's saying about next. He's saying next year though. He'll get that.
2025 is the last year.
Yes.
This is the final tour for John Cena. We're halfway through it.
They've already booked most of his matches, I thought.
No.
No. I thought his appearance has already been set.
So is it 2026 then?
No, his final year is 2025.
Right.
It's next year.
Ooh, so
next year. All of next year.
Yeah. Right.
Are we saying does that? I mean, 2025 season into 20. Are we saying that Mania 26 is his end, or by December of 2025?
No, January, December. I thought is what he said.
It would
WrestleMania
have to be
41. WrestleMania 41 will be his final WrestleMania as an in-ring competitor.
Then I would throw John Cena versus Cody Rhodes, and John Cena beats Cody Rhodes one last time.
I don't know how you do.
What
this.
What?
And then The Rock takes it off John Cena, and then John Cena. I'm sorry, Cody Rhodes and The Rock do it again. And
okay,
what if?
Well, they could do that. They could have Cody lose to Cena, right? At what do you call it? Basically, the Rock and Cody could be SummerSlam instead of if they're gonna have to do Rock Cena at WrestleMania, not Rock Cena, Cody Cena.
You're not.
Let JV.
WWE,
Yeah.
He's exploding. Go, JV.
the WWE,
Yeah.
the WWE is not going to put the title on The Rock. It's not going to happen because we just got done. Because we just got done with 1,316 days of a part-timer. We just got done with 270 days of a United States champion who defended the belt 3 times in 9 months.
Yeah.
No, I don't disagree in a lot of ways.
Okay. So The Rock is worse than a part-timer. He's a no-timer. He will show up for Rumble. He will show up for the Mania. Maybe SummerSlam. That's it. He is not going to be showing up. You're not going to put the title on him, and I do not see anybody passing 16 titles. I think that is the cap. 16 is the cap.
Yeah,
I tend to agree.
Don't see it.
But they could always. The thing is, they could always, if they want to protect Flair, they could always reinstate some. They own all those other federations. Just give him his titles from those other federations. You know what I mean?
Well,
and
I
Flair
mean,
becomes a 27-time champion
maybe.
or something.
damn.
They want to,
Well, the thing is that Rick, look, I got, all of us, we have a lot of love for Ric Flair, but he's somewhere else. He's not doing anything with WWE. And quite frankly, it's not like you could bring Ric Flair back to try to, go for number 17.
Thank God, no.
well, no,
Let's just help Ric Flair up the stairs.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, apparently the dude's still running on cocaine and alcohol, but he's still probably one of the first ones in the gym because he's a psycho or something. I don't know how his heart hasn't exploded already. But okay, so
apparently, I'm sorry.
No. What?
Apparently
Is he having health problems? I hope not.
In a match, in a match not too long ago, he had 2 small strokes during a match.
No,
Yeah, he had health
That's
issues.
right. I forgot about that.
Jeez.
I saw that. Holy
2
shit!
strokes in ring. Nah, man. Please
Yeah, he had too many strokes. That's right. JV's right. I remember.
Was that the
seeing
one with Andrade?
I don't remember.
It was when he was quote unquote with AEW, but he wasn't being paid by them. They were licensing his his some Gatorade type drink that his name was attached to. So he was appearing for them to advertise that drink, and since then they have cut ties. I mean, Ric Flair's pushing 80. Just
Oh yeah.
Let it go.
Oh yeah.
Let it go. Let it go.
Yeah, so I just looked it up. He suffered a heart attack in his final match, which is 2022, and he's had cardiomyopathy for years.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, he had some surgery in late 20-teens, like that with a bowel surgery that wrecked him for a while. And in fact, he's still alive is incredible. You know what I mean? He's like alive, but,
Dude should be dead.
Right.
yeah. But if they want to inflate him, I don't think because Finn's didn't own NWA, they count his 3 NWA titles, for example. That Jim Crockett owns NWA. No. So they could peg those on top of him since Triple H is willing to acknowledge the rest of the world, Yeah.
I'll just say this. I don't know how things are going to shake out. There was a big tease, obviously, for a confrontation between The Rock and John Cena. Was it huge? No, it wasn't huge. the big confrontation that was massively tested was obviously Cody Rhodes and The Rock. That's going to happen, and I know that JV, I know that you're thinking that this is not going to happen. I think it is. I think The Rock's going to win. He's going to take the championship because there needs to be I'm not going to say it's for long. There's going to be a spiciness to it, and Cody's going to win it back.
That's what Randy's for.
Randy doesn't have.
That's what Randy's for.
Randy doesn't have the. I don't think he has the longevity in him, to be honest, because of his spine. His spine's fucked up.
What if
Randy just signed a 5-year? Randy just signed a 5-year extension to his contract.
No, I mean, but that could mean anything. That could be behind an announce table. That could be like he's hanging out with Booker T.
No, he's not. No, he's not. Because YouTube does have this thing, and the WWE has this series called "What Do You Want to Talk About?" where Cody Rhodes hosts WWE superstars on his tour bus, and they just talk about the biz. Recently, Randy Orton was on, and he says, and they talked about his new contract, and he says, I feel great. I feel absolutely amazing, and I do not begrudge guys like The Rock and Cena who go and do the Hollywood thing. This is in my blood. I am in this for the long haul. So
yeah, but that's still partially taken into account.
Partial,
but expect Randy kayfabe acting.
Okay. My bad. I can't work. My bad. Kayfabe. Okay.
But expect Randy to be full time for the foreseeable future.
All right.
I think he'll be full time in the sense that we'll see him all 5 years. I don't think he'll be wrestling nowhere near as often as like other full time guys. I think they'll use him in spots.
I mean, I don't think he's going to have a schedule of a. I don't think he's going to have the schedule of a Gunther. No, not at all. He has definitely earned. I want instead of 250 dates. I want 200 dates. He has definitely earned that. But
I think he's earned 175.
But he's not going to be like when Roman during his big title run would appear once and then not appear for another 2 months. No, he is going to be a more regular.
I would agree with that
on TV.
I think it's going to be a lot more limited than you think, though. But anyway, that's not kind of the crux of what I'm getting to here. Randy Orton's great. I think everybody really likes Randy Orton, but Randy Orton is not. Wait, Matt, you don't like Randy Orton?
I don't like it. I'm not a fan of the Vince McMahon wrestling style. I've got tired of it. And Randy Orton is a typical of that style. You know what I mean? Like,
what style?
I know he can do more. Like that sort of if you watch the Vince McMahon, it's kind of the same match over and over again. Body slams, one suplex, maybe one top rope move, the same ring dive over and over again. Then you put your finisher on, he kicks out, he puts on, you kick out, you go for your finisher move, he kicks out. Like you can kind of call it. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And real good guys at that. Like I'm saying, I don't enjoy it. Like once in a while, if I don't see one for a while, he can put in a good match. I'm okay with that. But when you see the same match over and over again, and it was like you just get tired of it. You know what I mean? Okay. That's why, like from 2010 after 2010 and before 2020, most of the WWE I watched was NXT because Triple H had the variety of matches.
Yeah.
Okay.
And if
you black and gold.
If you guys watched the AEW All In this weekend, almost every single match was a different
variety.
match. variety.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
I'm not saying you have to watch it, but like that's why a lot of those guys left WWE in the 2010s. They were tired of wrestling the same match over and over again. They wanted to put on all different styles, strong style, Japanese, lucha style,
Yeah,
or
well,
technical wrestling and all that sort of
Catch.
stuff. The catch. The wrestlers themselves do get bored after a while.
I can see
well,
that.
yeah, because you're trying to tell a story. It's you
Yeah.
and another dude in the ring, and you have to talk to each other literally in front of thousands of people and millions watching on at home, and you have to try to tell a story. And if you're hamstrung by, and look, I do agree with this, and this is, in my opinion, left over from the PG era where I think things got really fucking gay. And it just it wasn't entertaining, and I still see hints of that in today's wrestling. Where
Yeah,
I'm
it's
like,
still there.
it's still there. It's
Well,
not
that's-
hugely prominent. Like so,
Well, it's okay. I'm sorry.
Well,
I'm
you're
sorry.
good,
They're
dude.
all-
You're
I
good.
know I
Go,
keep
go,
choking.
go.
Go ahead, Jay. Go ahead.
I was gonna go with the last pay per view.
Go
I was gonna
ahead,
go with Logan
JD.
Paul. Like that was awesome.
That
That match.
That's because you still have guys in the back and even on the creative team that are Vince holdovers. You still have guys like Michael Hayes there. You still have Bruce Pritchard there. Which if you do not know who Bruce Pritchard is, Brother Love. That's Bruce.
But
Pritchard.
also, Joker, these guys are all trained. When you wrestle a style, you have to train in that wrestling style. You're putting on a show.
Correct.
It's not. So I did I don't want to say I don't mean real versus fake, but I did real wrestling, amateur wrestling in high school, right? And one of our coaches was actually a pro wrestler. So and plus Brother Al, the janitor, was a pro wrestler too. And they kind of explained some stuff like you don't just like you got to train what you're doing so you don't hurt people, and so you look good and tell a story. And so you want to do say a Japanese strong style match. There's that. Nakamura obviously knows that. AJ knows that.
Yeah.
Kevin. I know Kevin Owens knows that.
Mhm.
But does R-Truth?
knows that.
No.
Like I said, you gotta work. You gotta learn how to do this stuff. And I think that's some of the reason we still see some of the same match over and over again problem on WWE is these wrestlers are all trained for years in the Performance Center and all that to do the same sort of match over and over again. And I think Triple H is going to change that. I really do. So I'm not being negative. I'm just saying I think he's going to change it. I think when he signs, he's going to change that with some of the signings and some of the sort of variety of things we're seeing, from some of the guys now. So
well, I'd like to lean into this because the Performance Center is meant to be something similar to, and yes, I'm actually going to reference MMA on this one. Just because you're an incredible boxer doesn't mean you can be a wrestler. Doesn't mean you can be a kickboxer or a striker. Like going,
Sure.
If you're a great boxer and somebody takes you to the ground, dude, your shit's done. They're gonna push your shit so far up your ass. Like, quite frankly, you're gonna be tapping faster than you can see straight. And that's the way that I think that. Look, wrestling is not fake. It's staged with great choreography and athleticism and kind of things that, quite frankly, they hurt a lot. That's the way you put it. So I think the Performance Center should take some of the best in the world of these wrestling styles and teach them to lower talent. And when you shine on one, you kind of lean that way for your character, right? But you also understand how to do this. So like so let's say Ego is better at Japanese style wrestling than I am. I'm 6'4". I'm going to be a freaking monster, and Ego, he's probably going to try to, throw me around and kind of like flip around and stuff like that. And I'm going to be struggling to try to catch him. But if I catch him, I'm going to take his fucking head off. And that's the way it needs to be. And I think that it was done a lot better, in my opinion, before Vince got fully control of the reins. Where he got to dictate everything, because you would see things where it was just it was a lot better. And look, I think it's moving in a positive direction, and I want to see more.
Yeah, I think we all agree with that.
I agree.
Definitely.
And you're gonna see, and if the rumors are true, one of those new talents is going to be showing up on NXT NXT No Mercy on Sunday, because supposedly, if the rumors are true, Julia is making her making her WWE TV debut. She's a badass. And
Damn it! I was going to say Jade Cargill.
By the way,
no.
I think Triple
Sorry,
H
dude.
is
I appreciate you trying.
Speaking of NXT and changing wrestling styles, I think Triple H is using TNA to dip his toes into the mildly supernatural water, because TNA, by the way, if you haven't watched it, they run full 1980 style kayfabe, full supernatural, full yeah. And so what's her face? Rosemary, who's kind of like she's coming into some NXT shows, and she's a supernatural character.
Yeah,
So
she was there last night.
Yeah, she was there last night. I wasn't sure. I'm still catching up this week's wrestling. But so, and there's a couple of PCO, the Perfect Christian One, the French Canadian Frankenstein. Don't be surprised. Oh, I'm giving you a foresight of my prediction for the Royal Rumble. One event that's going to be in there. For those who don't know, all-time TNA legend, the Monster Abyss, retired in 2018, and been working for WWE behind the scenes in production since then. And Triple H is always with the TNA thing, and Triple H looking for people to go in WWE Hall of Fame and having now a good relationship with TNA. Watch maybe Monster Abyss doing a run-in as a legend in the next Royal Rumble.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Ugh, gross. Anyway.
Oh.
Well,
all right.
They always want one or two legends to run in, and they're running out of WWE legends. So that's what it comes down to.
Okay, so we're gonna go really quick through this, because of the 5-match card, 3 of them I think are pretty easy to predict. I think it's fairly. I think everyone here kind of agrees that Gunther and Cody Rhodes are going over in their matches.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, I think that the CM Punk Drew McIntyre match, since this is going to inevitably end up at Bad with Blood inside Hell in a Cell, Drew is up one. Nothing right now. Punk gets this win to even the score.
Okay. And so would it be, you said Bad Blood, right?
Yep.
I agree with you, because I think Bad Blood's going to be the rubber match. But let me throw this in. These are my notes. I just call it Battle for the Bracelet. Because literally they're just at this point fighting about a bracelet. So alternative for the cage match, what if we just hang the bracelet above the ring the same way we do for
a ladder match?
Yeah.
No.
They need the bracelet's
but...
stupid. The bracelet's stupid. I'm sorry. Just hate each other. Screw the bracelet.
But I think Brad agrees that Punk gets this one to
oh yeah, Punk gets it.
I get it. I agree.
I don't know. Punk's doing a lot of pissing people off.
Be 2-0 though.
That is Punk.
No, he's not.
Yes, but he's
piss off.
He's gone unchecked, and quite frankly, Punk has been a godsend. That is Paul Levesque's words. Has been a godsend. Okay, that's great. He's great for storyline, but his character has been unchecked. People don't want a steamroll; they want a story. So no, I'm thinking that if he does win, I'm going to say this: Drew McIntyre is going to beat him so bad that, quite frankly, CM Punk can barely walk out, and that would be justice. I'm just
You
saying.
just
I
hate
think
Punk.
there's going to be a
You
beatdown.
just
I
hate
don't-
Punk.
I don't hate CM Punk. I think he's very entertaining. I think that Paul White as a person is a raging ass wipe, but that's a different story. I don't care about that. I'm talking about the character. His character has not. What has he earned? Like, in your opinion, what has he earned? Has he earned to be here?
Yes.
Well, he makes money, and that's
Has
what
he
it comes
earned to
down
win the match? Not to be here, like in the
he makes
WWE. That's
money.
stupid. But does he earn the win? Has he earned to win the match? I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't think he has.
Well, here's
I
my call for this one, right? If this is
Okay,
the
Matt.
last match, one of
Okay,
them is
Matt.
going to win semi-clean, right? If it's not the
Yeah.
last match on the card, they're going to gimmick the finish of this. You know what I mean? So because they're not going to leave, they're going to want to end this event on like a win for someone on a strong note. So probably Cody Owens is the
Gunther.
last match.
Okay,
Or Gunther, one of the two. Yeah.
yo, Gunther and Randy. Is the last match.
Okay, yeah, because I'm looking at Wikipedia. They haven't changed the order yet. So if Punk McIntyre is not the last match, I think they'll gimmick the ending somehow. Like, I don't know how to run in, but like it'll seem like someone won, but maybe they both get carried off on stretchers type of thing, you know? Or maybe like they're one's
Couldn't
about to win, but
continue.
they go
Yeah.
too far and they have maybe you can have a plant in the audience who's a wrestler, but seems like they pull them out and they're both choking him. Something crazy to gimmick the end of the match that no one gets a clean win, but like it's a match. You know what I'm saying? So because giving Punk the win outright, it just I agree with Ryan. It's like it seems
It's
like
cheap.
it seems like he needs something to happen here. Like, let's say he wins on paper, he needs to seem like he lost the match in terms of the beating. You know what I'm saying? Like, because Drew is the heel in this. The crowd's reacting to Punk like the face,
absolutely.
like the heel.
Oh yeah.
Right. So this is not the
Correct.
end of the feud.
Correct.
So Drew has to come out like in the story value, winning the match. Even if on paper Punk is the winner. That's what I'm saying. So I don't know how they're going to gimmick that.
I have no problem with that.
Yeah, but it can't be.
I still say Punk gets the win. I never said how he gets the win, but Punk gets the win. That just continues another feud going into Bad Blood inside Hell in a Cell.
Punk seems like he won, and now Jack Perry runs out with a chair and takes him out.
Oh shit, no. So then we have two matches. One for a title. We have the women's tag team championships. I'm sure Ego is quite happy. We have the Unholy Union versus the Power Buff Girls. Personally, I want Unholy Union to retain, but they won it at Clash in the Castle. It was in front of their home crowd, in front of their family. Alba Fire's mother had passed away the month earlier. That was a nice feel-good story. That story is coming to an end, and they're gonna go. Those belts are going back on those two, and where they go from there, I have no idea. Okay. So my only thing is the only credible team, but as of right now, but supposedly they're a face team, which makes no sense because I never completely saw a face turn for them. The only credible team that could even be a challenge for Bianca and Jade is Kairi Sane and Io Sky.
Yeah.
Well, you're also forgetting about Pure Fusion.
No, I'm not. No,
Honestly,
definitely not.
all I wrote for this is who cares? Who cares?
Yeah,
Well, I
Pretty
saw.
much.
I don't know. I think it was maybe Cultaholic Wrestling or one of the I watch a couple of wrestling YouTubers, and they're reporting what they say is a rumor that they're going to use this tag match to start the breakup of Belair and Cargill.
Thank you. I need that. Thank God.
Wait.
Time that Jade
Bianca-
shakes off that damn heavy, that weight on her.
Yeah, Ego. Explain.
Call an albatross. No, I mean,
Explain, Ego. Sim.
so It's not. No, I'm just saying at this point, if you said Io Sky and Kyrie Sane against them for the championship, it would be a reverse clinic. Like you wouldn't want to see how bad they are and still win the belt over Io Sky and Kyrie Sane. Like I couldn't watch that. I'm gonna be honest with you. So I was like, the only thing for me that's left to do is let them retain and then start the feud. Because at this point, I think that Jade is kind of being an albatross to Belair.
What?
And if yes. And if anybody needs a heel turn, it's Bianca.
Yeah,
Belair. She needs to turn heel.
Yeah, and it's got to be soon. I don't see any other way around this. The women's tag team belts are trash to me.
Or a joke.
I really think they should. Yeah, they really should have a women's intercontinental championship. I'd like that instead because you could actually show, hey, these are the singles that are doing it. Putting the two women together. I mean, it sounded maybe like a good idea, but execution wise, it's not really doing that much.
The thing is, I mentioned this last week. I like having the women's tag titles as a mid card thing because half their roster can't do well in singles, so you can put them in like these big triple like three, like with 6 women in the ring or 8 women, so they can set themselves up for nice looking spots and be able to do mid card matches and entertain the crowd, type of thing. And at least they'll have for these 15 to 20 women or whatever it is that really can't do singles matches like at a high level, that they can still make money with them and so forth. Like
I get it. It's just for me, it's like
I agree with you that it shouldn't be like it's not worth being on a pay-per-view for this.
No. It's something that's to sustain SmackDown or Raw as like an in between match. I'm okay with that. It's just you can't really hype this up unless like I'd prefer Intercontinental. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
And now the last match, we got the Terror Twins, Rhea Ripley and Damian Priest versus Liv Morgan and Dominic Mysterio. I personally think Dominic and Liv, by hook and by crook, meaning interference from Finn, come away with the win because then this fuels 2 matches going into Bad Blood. Rhea and Liv for the Women's World Championship, and Damian Priest and Demon Finn at Bad Red Blood.
I agree. I mean, like my opinion on this match. It's worthless because it's a mixed tag match where you can't have Dominic fight Liv at all. So not Rhea at all. So
you used to be able to.
Yeah. Don't be surprised. Don't be surprised if Dominic eats a riptide, which is interesting because it's interesting because Rhea does that move against ladies rather easily. She tried a back suplex on Akira Tozawa and had to strain to make that happen. So
he's not big at all.
So no, he's not, but he's solid. He is solid. So
if a man is the same height as a woman, he will tend to outweigh her if they're in shape by 10 to 20 pounds minimum.
Oh yeah, that's fair.
So don't be surprised if Dominic, like I said, eats a riptide during this match, and that's gonna be the big pop moment. But I think Finn is going to interfere and give the win to Dominic and Liv.
I kind of see that,
I just said shenanigans.
And I
hope so, because quite frankly,
go on.
I quite frankly hope so, because Damian Priest is a joke, and his character is a joke. He sucks. Nobody cares. Look, I'm just saying, nobody cares. Like, who's going out?
He's getting a pop now.
Well, no, Ryan, I 85% agree with you. I think right now he's getting a bit of a pop and like he's generated enough of a push. His last couple matches have been pretty good. He's done some good work.
Yes.
So to me, he's solid. He's a solid mid-carder type who can have a feud with a top end guy once in a while. I think he's got a nice place for himself like that, you know. But he's not a guy I want to see like wrestle like all the time, just because he's like, you know, your discount half-ass Undertaker, you know.
Yeah, he's clunky. He sucks.
Yeah.
You know,
He is clunky. He sucks. I don't.
long term, I would agree. I'm saying long term, but the last couple matches he's done some good work. Not great work, but good work, you know. But
I think you're saying passable.
yeah, you know,
Possible.
well, yeah.
Acceptable.
But this mixed tag, it irked me because I watched half the time a lot of good intergender matches where there's some good storytelling in there. Lucha Libre has them, you know. New Japan has them. I mean, the reason Asuka has such a reputation that she does, by the way, if you didn't know this, is because she did a work with
Hardcore matches in Japan.
fearsome hardcore Japanese wrestlers of all time.
Hi, Brad.
And she let him. She literally like let him beat the crap out of her, and she got up afterward and shook his hand, so to speak. And she had a huge reputation as the toughest woman alive in Japan, and a wrestler came from that. So like the mixed matches, as long as you're careful and don't make them like, you know, disdainful like type of stuff where the dude's like slapping her around like she's a, you know, like it's got to be a wrestling match. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
and it got to be believable sizes. You know?
Okay.
So.
Now that can pass for like in Japan, in Mexico, and on the Indies. One, because it's different countries and different cultures, and on the Indies, there's usually not enough the women on the roster to have a full complement of ladies. The matches you get Damian Priest to choke slam Liv, and you're gonna have the Twitter mob all over it.
Who cares?
But it can't be. It's got to be.
Women can do anything a man can do.
It's got to be a believable intergender match. Like it's got to be like Rhea versus Damian because they have similar height and all that. It can't be like Damian Priest choke slamming all the 5'2" women. You know,
I don't see it happening.
You know, well, you could do that as a sort of revenge gimmick, like he choke slams Liv and then they murder stomp him to oblivion type of thing. You know, but they can't do it as a match. You know what I'm saying? Like it's got to be. I'm trying to describe like what works and what doesn't.
The last time that happened in a match, Baron Corbin hit end of days on Becky Lynch, and he was off TV for 4 months.
Oh,
that's because losers in Hollywood let Twitter dictate to this. This is not a conversation. No, this is not a conversation. Stop letting the losers dictate the conversation. I have stayed quiet for this whole man. I have stayed quiet for this whole entire fucking thing. The fact that Rhea Ripley and Damian Priest are against Liv Morgan and Dominic Mysterio. Literally, Rhea Ripley and Damian Priest should annihilate Liv Morgan and Dominic Mysterio. You know why? Because
on paper,
not real life.
Okay, yeah.
People need to get a fucking grip. I'm so sick of this crap. Do you remember one of the greatest interracial tag team matches of all time was The Rock and Trish Stratus against Kurt Angle and Vince McMahon? Intergender, whatever.
Yeah.
Dude, that's how mad I am. That's how mad I am.
Yeah, if this were a real fight, Damian Priest would kill all three of them.
Yes, exactly.
Yes. Yeah.
Why are we letting these weirdos dictate what we do? You know why? You know why we're letting them dictate what we do? Because they don't matter. Because quite frankly, the Acolyte failed so bad that quite frankly, you could drive a hole through the anal raping that Disney Star Wars got. Stop it. Just give a good story.
Okay.
Dude,
okay.
You look, hold on. You're trying to actually stop me because you actually don't agree with me. That's the problem. I'm not advocating for beating women. But quite frankly, guess what? It's television. It's TV. It's not.
I understand that. I understand that.
This match is going to suck. because, quite frankly, they won't let it happen.
Intergender matches are just not fun. It's a stupid gimmick.
They used to
And-
be. They
Well,
used to be. They used to be exciting.
We used
Oh,
to
yeah.
be a proper
Go on.
country.
On Lucha Underground, watch the trios. Trios are nice for like intergender because you had Ivelisse, Son of Havoc, and Helico as a dominant. Yeah, and
Trios, yeah, was
you know,
awesome.
and you when the woman's a third member in the trio, that's a nice combo for like match work. You know, for the match because they can set their spots up. The women, the women could go against the guys of the same size. Well, although Ivelisse is a legit badass, she was a martial artist, like MMA, big woman, but that's a whole other gimmick,
I just love how we have the Terror Twins. I mean, how quickly did they come up with this? I mean,
didn't they have some
why?
other stupid name before that? They had a stupid name.
That goes back to when Judgment Day first started, and Edge called them the Terror Twins.
Oh,
No, but didn't like 3 weeks ago they were pushing some other stupid name for those two?
Street trash. Yeah, street trash. Yeah, street trash.
Yeah.
Wow.
Again,
like Harrison Walls. Who cares?
Again, piggybacking off the fact of like cultural of dissemination. This doesn't work. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. Nobody wants to watch this crap where you're like going, "Oh, poor me." It's a story. If you're telling a story, then people want to watch it. But this doesn't work. The Terror Twins, are you kidding me? Rhea Ripley and Damian
Right
Priest.
now, they are. This match here is tied into the biggest story on Raw.
Yeah.
Then it's going to be the biggest flop of a match, and nobody like the only reason that JD's not right.
Excuse me.
Liv Morgan and Dominic Mysterio. That's why. That's why.
It's fair. I mean,
The other two participants, nobody cares. They don't care.
Rhea,
Honestly,
Rhea's huge. Rhea is a major star.
And
I think people care more about Rhea versus Liv than anything else.
yeah, it's fair.
Correct. This match is more about Rhea and Liv because
It should be Rhea and Liv, which is Dominic in the corner, and then have Damien come down and stop Dominic.
And this is why I say that Finn is the key to this match. Finn is going to come and interfere, and he's going to interfere with Damian Priest. That is going to fuel the bad blood match between Damian Priest and Finn, and then Rhea and Liv for the title at Bad Blood.
But don't you think Dominic and Damien be a dynamite match?
No, not going to happen.
Bro, I
There's no
can't do
story
it.
there with Dominic. There's no story with Dominic.
Dominic has been ruined as a
There's no story
character. He's still in the process. He's still he has a lot of heel heat, but he's a comedy heel. And he's not a serious heel.
He's not. He's like a dime store version of Latino Heat at this point.
Do you remember when
Yes, he
Dominic went
is.
over as a heel and they were like raiding his family's house on holidays and beating up Ray in front of the grandkids?
Remember that? Yeah.
Yeah, that's what Dom should be doing. Like Dom should show up at like Rhea's house in Australia or wherever and fake burning it down or something. Like this.
Yeah, but now he's got a piece of ass.
He should be doing evil stuff. Well, Liv's supposed to be an evil manipulator.
Well, that's my whole entire point. You can't do that. You can't do that in kayfabe, which is literally Hollywood world. You can't do that because you look like an abusive boyfriend, and this is why all storytelling sucks. It sucks. It sucks across the board. And quite frankly, Cody Rhodes is stale. Nobody cares. Quite frankly, Rhea Ripley, going Dominic Mysterio. They're not actually married. They're not actually in a relationship. And quite frankly, what does Damian Priest do if Liv Morgan kicks him in the dick? Is he going to stand there and take it? No.
He may not feel it.
He's probably going to push her in the face and shove her to the ground. That's the way things work. I can't do this garbage anymore. They're not selling a real story. They're telling you well, we could put men and women together because they're the same. But the men can't touch the women.
I suddenly just saw, I could see in my mind Razor Ramon doing that.
I've ever heard. Kurt Angle hitting Trish Stratus from behind in front of The Rock was one of the greatest things ever. You know why? Because she's a performer. She's an actual athlete. It's part of the story. Kurt Angle is meant to be the bad guy. The Rock beat the holy sweet motherfucking Jesus out of Kurt Angle over that. That's
I have
the
a
hero
question then.
story. You hurt the woman.
Would you be okay
What's up, Project?
if they did a full intergender match, but they had to put a disclaimer? Hey, it's an intergender match, but we do not gonna. So not all or nothing. So
it's all or nothing.
That would be worse. That would be worse.
I just want to double check.
What they should do is just do an actual intergender match. Is when people start whining over it on X or wherever, or Triple H say, guys, we're telling a story. You know, just like on, I don't know, Walker Texas Ranger or
this is professional wrestling.
Yeah.
Have you not figured this out?
Yeah.
I mean, we don't have to go. What's it? They're going to announce. You have Samantha out there before this match begins. We will never know the WWE abhors violence against women, but men and women are completely equal. They can do everything together. But violence against women is wrong, even though women can clearly beat up men because that's how it works in the movies.
We abhor violence against women by men, but it's okay when women do Canadian destroyers from a ladder to another ladder.
Dude, I had literally watched Trish Stratus kick Vince McMahon in the nart, like literally, and it was great. And then, of course, it was The Rock and Trish Stratus versus the Dudley Boys. They lost because, quite frankly, again, it's a story. It's a story. Trish Stratus did literally jumped off the top rope and hit Devon Dudley with her face and the balls because that's what the Dudleys did.
Mm-hmm.
You know, awesome. What up? Like, it's a story. This garbage, I can't. I fucking hate it. I fucking hate it as much as the actor.
I've watched Piper. All right, now she's a big woman. She was wrestling a dude in the Indies. She was on the edge of the apron. She picked him up like a body slam and jumped on top of a table on top of him. And the crowd was like popping for that. You know, like that's you. Again, you got to make sure the sizes fit. You know what I mean? So it's believable. Like Damian Priest versus Liv Morgan is horror. That's a joke. You can't even believe that. But if you get them the right sizes and they put the right athletic talent, and you play it off like the man's a little stronger, obviously the woman has to use skill or whatever type of thing. You play it off. You tell the right story, and then when the morons come out on Twitter and go, "Oh God, you're promoting violence against women," Triple H goes, "Guys, it's pro wrestling." You know, it's like,
well. You don't even need to actually do that. Look, I'll sum this match up real quick. All right. So quite frankly, Damian Priest in the match against Dominic, and Dominic, of course, being doing what he does, he cheats, he lies, he steals, and let's say hypothetically he chop blocks. God damn it. Anyway, all of a sudden, Dominic hits Liv, and then Damian crawls to the corner, and it's like Liv is kicking Dominic in the chop block knee, but he keeps crawling, and he gets Rhea Ripley. The crowd goes nuts, and then it's the women versus the women. It's not a hard sell. I can literally write this in my freaking sleep. But they don't want to do this, but they want to put the two genders together. But go, like, hold up now, you can't touch that. And it's like,
no. This is okay. A mixed tag is men against the men, women against the women.
That's not a tag.
It's a mixed tag match. It's a mixed tag match, not an intergender tag match. It is a mixed tag match.
Yeah,
those are the same.
Men against the men, women against the women. No, it's not.
No, intergender means the men fight the women and the women fight the men type of thing.
Correct. This is a mixed tag.
Well, then, quite frankly, the match suffers, and nobody's going to care.
Yeah, I agree. Hold
on. Give me a second. What if Dominic being the resident bad guy, he hits Rhea from behind. You think Damian Priest is gonna be cool with that? No, he's gonna want to climb over the top rope and rip Dom's face off. That's
Okay.
good storytelling. That
Okay.
is literally two heroes wanting to try to defeat evil. And we've lost that storytelling, even in wrestling. And quite frankly, I've seen a shade of that. It's a shade. And WWE's numbers are still not as incredible as they used to be. Because, well, it's also about streaming. But anyway, the storytelling's not great. You gotta get better at the storytelling. What if Liv Morgan?
Storytelling's just fine. Storytelling's just fine.
What if
Long-term
Liv?
storytelling.
What if Liv kicked Damien in the balls and he wanted to grab her and just rip her face off, but he didn't because he is chosen to be the face. So he tags Rhea. It's not a hard concept. They're not doing this. That's my problem. This is my problem with Hollywood and movies and everything.
Okay.
All right, I'm done. I'm done. That's
you know what? I think we've talked too much about this match that no one really is going to care about that much.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah.
That's why I said they're not going to care about it.
Okay. All right. So for the finale of the tops, we're in. Do we have time for 7, or do you want to just stick with 5?
We might do 5. That's right.
Let's go 5.
All right.
I'll cut out the last two.
I'm going to turn my camera off for a minute, guys. I'm still here.
I mean, I have time for 7, but if I talk too long, my bad.
I mean, because we usually go just right around an hour. Around this time is like our late end, so we're looking like an hour, and it usually takes just an hour to do 5. So
Yeah,
that's true. All right, that's fair. That's true.
Okay, so we're going with our number 5 then. So I'm gonna have to call some audibles here. So we're gonna have to
I'm thinking about that myself.
He's up here.
Yeah, me too. Hold on.
Hold on. Yeah. Oh shit! I got to move this stuff here. Hold on.
yeah.
Brad, that's your balls. Why'd you send that to me? What?
That was not meant to go to you. That was the other Ryan I know.
Oh shit!
Guys, it's just sharing.
This one.
Sharing is caring. Oh,
Okay.
Yeah.
This is,
Okay,
you know what? I'm doing this, even though it is not my actual number 5, but I like it.
All right.
you
Okay.
like dude?
Are we ready?
I will
I'm
be
ready.
in a second.
Okay. Ryan, are you ready?
I'm ready. 3.
Okay. Ego, are you ready?
I'm ready. Let's do it.
Words. Okay.
I said words.
Brad?
Yes, let's get ready.
Good.
Okay. 3, 2, 1. Reveal. Okay. We have Shinsuke, Bray, Hulk Hogan, Real American, and Rhea Ripley. Okay.
Before you guys
Brad,
give your reasons, I have a
go.
question. Wait.
Oh, what?
When you guys put this out, Joker, are we just talking about the theme itself, or the theme with the character entrance and all that? Like
the whole thing. The whole thing.
Yeah.
Make it happen.
I might have to call an audible
okay.
then.
You can't call an audible after
All
the
right.
fact.
Not
No, you-
this one. I mean the next one. The next one.
Yeah, that's why I called an audible on mine.
Okay.
Yeah. Sorry about that. Do the next one.
All right, Brad.
Fucking CP
All
time.
right, Brad, let's go.
Okay, first off, real quick.
All right, Brad.
It really is, it's just an orchestral music, right? But it combines certain things. It combines, there's a classical element, there's a mixture of rock in there with Japanese overtones. So it fits his character. And when he comes out, just go back, what was it? WrestleMania 34. When he came out, it was who's that? Nina Strauss was on guitar, and they had all the violins going around. This is an epic. This is an epic theme, and it just creates an aura of magnificence. And that's what you want for someone. And you got Shinsuke Nakamura, king of strong style, coming out, and he's doing all of his contortions and moves, and he's just feeling the music. And he just bends to the music. You just feel like this song is part of him, and you're going to see something happen. Now, I'm just saying that's the aura this theme creates, the entrance creates. I'm not saying that Shinsuke Nakamura is the greatest wrestler in the world, but the entrance makes you think something amazing is about to happen.
Okay.
I'm breaking down. I'm doing real quick.
LeftEyeEgo, Real American,
Yes.
the Hulkster.
Yes, I'm gonna have to read you these lyrics first because I know everyone might know the song, but the lyrics go hard. All right, I'm just gonna start from the bridge of this. I'm a real American, fight for the rights of every man. I'm a real American, fight for what's right, fight for your life. But strong about wrong and right and wrong. And I don't take trouble for very long. I got something deep inside of me, and courage is the thing that keeps us free. I'm saying these are the kind of lyrics that fit in that 1980s vein of "Eye of the Tiger" by Survivor. We've got "No Easy Way Out." We've got "You've Got the Touch," which is supposed to be for Over the Top, but it was for Transformers. It was in that vein of, hey, you can do this. These are my morals, and I protect my family, and I protect my friends. Which is wild considering it's a song for a wrestling theme. But to me, it encapsulates 1985 Americana. You know, fight for the rights of every man.
Hold on real quick. Can you actually sing it for us?
No.
Oh, so that's
I'm
points.
off. I'm off. My voice is gonna be off on that one.
He can only sing it for Jade Cargill.
I am
That's fair,
a
'cause there's
real
only-
American. Fight for the right. It's not that hard, dude.
I probably can't even do it. But I'm just saying, for me, that's top five. That's one of my top fives, just because it's encapsulates what I would assume would be 1985 American, even though it was a year before I was born when it came out. But yeah, I think it was actually U.S. Express's song for a bit before it was Hulk Hogan's, but Hulk Hogan's gonna get the recognition for it being his song. Yeah, I have to have that was my top five.
That's funny. Oh,
That's
like
fair.
that.
That's fair. Not enough liquor.
All righty. I'll go next. Rhea Ripley, Demon in Your Dreams. Starts off with, "This is my brutality." Then the flames come up. The music hits. Rhea does her stomp and her stare down into the ring. From a women's wrestling theme perspective, and just the faces when Rhea's theme hits that occur, it's like, oh crap, things just got real. Things, as to quote good old Jim Ross, one of the best talkers ever. Business just picked up. This is about as close on the women's side to Glass Shatters. Because it has that same effect of it just strikes on the women's side. On the women's side, it has it has the same effect. There is a pop. There it strikes fear into whoever she is in the ring against. It's a damn good entrance theme. Okay, Ryan, Bray Wyatt. Which one?
This one.
Well,
the one that.
Well, there's
No.
the original, the
You're nitpicking, dude. You're nitpicking.
Okay. No, I'm asking a question.
You're nitpicking. You know the one I'm talking about, the one with the lantern. That's the one I'm talking about. The one where the Wyatt family comes out, and literally it's Luke. Yeah, he died. Fuck, I was
Luke
at
Harper.
NXT
Luke Harper.
Luke Harper, thank you. And yeah, so
Rowan.
yeah, and yeah, literally it's this one. Quite frankly, that was not nice, dude. That wasn't nice. So I'm gonna say this: Bray Wyatt re-energized the actual kayfabe, the actual gimmick. And quite frankly, everybody was sold on it. It was sold because fans wanted that. And now we have Uncle Howdy coming back, and it's trademark at this point. The lantern, the lights, and literally, I mean, that's all that matters. You know what I'm talking about, and if you act like you don't,
Okay.
you're joking.
Okay.
I'm not aimed at you on this one. Not aimed at you. We have to fight less there, girlfriend. All right, that's a joke. Don't you look at me like that. So yes, that being said, the Wyatt family was something that had not been seen for a long time because the gimmicks work. The gimmicks are fun. It literally is something that people want because they want to have fun. They want to like go. They want that pop, and the Wyatt family did it, and so that's where I end.
Okay. Cool. I actually love that theme. All right, Matt, you're up.
Oh, tough choices here. Okay, based solely on the reasons you guys gave, Bray Wyatt is the top one there.
Okay.
So of the others now, again, I got to go with the reason you guys gave. Not okay. Just understand that's why this is happening. 2 is Nakamura. 1 pointer is Dreaming Your Dreams. It's a reasoning. Okay. And by the way, just so people, Shinsuke Nakamura was my all-time favorites, and I love that theme of his. So yeah, it's just incredible.
Okay.
And just so,
alrighty,
Matt, just so my understanding, it should always be how we argue it. If we argue it shitty, then we don't argue it.
Yeah.
And it's not worth the point. Even if you think it's the best song, if you argue like crap, it's a bad argument.
And while you guys are prepping your thing, Wrestle Kingdom 10, AJ Styles versus Shinsuke Nakamura, in terms of in-ring, what happened, it's the greatest wrestling match of all time.
It's a great match. All right. Are we ready for our number 4?
I'm set.
Yes.
Ego's ready. Ryan, you ready?
I'm ready.
Almost. I'm doing literally this. All right, I'm ready. I had to put the year.
And 3, 2, 1, reveal.
It's coming. There we go.
We got the game.
Sorry about that.
Chris Jericho.
Yeah, I needed to know when
Judas.
you're talking Taker. You have to talk to that. You have to be specific.
Yeah, that's why I
Judas
did it.
is. Judas
I
is
know.
not a
That's why I'm.
WWE
That's why I'm
theme.
saying. That's why I'm saying it's my audible. Even if you don't take, if you could take the points away, I understand.
Let him argue. Let him argue.
I had to argue this.
All right. All right.
Let me go first. Oh wow.
Go for it.
All right.
Sure. Go
Judas
for it.
betraying WWE. Go.
That's fair. That's fair, guys. I know it's probably gonna get me 0 points, and I don't care because I want to tell y'all about the Judas entrance for Chris Jericho on August 18, 2021. Now, AEW had been on.
No. Hold on.
We got hotel internet.
No.
Just took out Ego.
I thought that was just me.
No,
Wow.
Hold on.
We're gonna flash back and Jericho's gonna be there with a chair over Ego. You're gonna mess up my theme song.
That's kind of funny, actually.
That's fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
Hold on. Did that just
That's
happen
great.
in the middle of
That just happened. That just happened.
You need to.
Holy
Ryan. Here,
Oh my god, I'm almost gonna cry.
This is your short clip of the episode.
All right. I'll
Oh my
mark
God.
it.
I'll go next. So
Oh my god.
I'll
135 or something.
I'll start this then. I'll start this off here. Edge Edge's last theme, because he had a theme with Rob Zombie. Then he settled with Alter Bridge to come up with this theme. And it was still the classic, "You Think You Know Me." And then the boom, 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 boom. "On this day, I see clearly." And it is a pop. It is an absolute pop. The fans go nuts for this song. It just fits Edge. And I go back to the Rumble where he returned after nine years. The minute folks started hearing the first chords of this tune, the fans lost their shit. This is a great tune by a great band for wrestling theme songs. They also did the theme song for the Judgment Day. So Metalingus, just for the sheer pop value of it, is in my top 5. Okay, Ego, now that you're back.
I am so sorry. The port was plugged in wrong and it drained the battery. All right. So
What?
August 18th. It's the hotel
I'll be right
setup.
back, guys.
You have to put your port in the right hole.
I know, man. I'm learning these things.
Jade wants that.
Wait. You're married and you don't know how to put the port in the right hole?
I mean,
Come on, man.
so many choices. I'm joking. Yeah.
So many choices.
Anyway, all I'm saying is AEW had only been out for maybe about 18 months at this point, and Chris Jericho was in his heel turn as Le Champion and was going to wrestle MJF. Now, people had known his song Judas by his band Fozzy that had come out. Play the song, fantastic. Do you know the balls that this man had to come out with no music at all? He just walks straight out, and people, they're as if on cue, as if this song were an earworm, start singing the song to the point where the pyrotechnics match up with the actual people singing the song, not his own song playing, and the pyrotechnics go off with that. We're talking people that are singing in the crowd because they are so hooked on this song. For 93 seconds, this man has a slow walk to the ring while people are singing his entrance theme song. Zero music. To me, I say this is more of a cultural moment than anything to actually say this brand has only been out for 18 months. I've got a guy that's in his 50s wrestling, that's a champion, and I've got people that are Zennials, Millennials, Generation X, and maybe even baby boomers singing my song with no music as if on cue. I don't know how I say that this is not top 5 for me, even if he's not in WWE. It was a watershed moment that let someone know, like, hey, sometimes the character and what they do transcend the sport.
There you go.
Yes.
I have a question.
Yes, go right ahead.
Sing the song that even a couple
Are
of
you serious?
words.
You are innocence personified. That's all I'm gonna give you guys right now. The rest, you gotta pay for the rest, okay?
All right.
Oh,
right.
keep
Nice.
behind a
My jam.
paywall.
The song was on Cobra Kai, man. I'm saying.
So Ego only does it for pay. As we learned.
Exactly. If you're good at something, don't do it for free, guys. Okay.
Oh, very nice. All right. So JV is on a call. He needs a couple of minutes. Brad, that leaves us to you. You're a lawyer. Take us home, bitch.
It's freaking Motorhead. So this is after Triple H had, DX was gone and he's fully coming into his personality. It's the game. And this song, I mean, we've had some Triple H variations. We have the King of Kings song. So it's personally, I don't like for several reasons. But when you really get down to it, this is like JV was saying, it gets a pop. It gets people excited. When Triple H was wrestling and when he would be out with an injury or some damn thing, and you hear the game start, it's just time to play the game. And then just people, boom, it fits his character. It fits his mentality. He's not just a student of the game. He's the one who plays the game. He moves everything around. This fits the character. And, walking into the ring, we all know what he does. He walks down to the ring, just stands on the apron and just spits water in the air. This is a perfect song, and it gets the crowd pumped for just an iconic superstar who will be eventually a solo in the Hall of Fame.
Well, quite frankly, I cannot argue with that because because dun dun, it's time to play the game. I understand that from my childhood. I really do. All right, it's my turn. It's my turn. So it's me. It's me times 3. All right. So I'm going with the Dead Man Undertaker 1998. It was like, there's like, for the time of 1998, that was significant. It was massively significant. Like, it was, the entrance was weird. The lights went down low. They were blue, slightly purple. And it's like, you know, you're in this aura of like the Dead Man. And it transcended, you know, it made Stone Cold Steve Austin. It made Kane. It made The Rock. It made Stone Cold Steve Austin save Stephanie McMahon from The Undertaker in this era. It was something that literally the crucifix of trying to put her, Stephanie McMahon, on top of that. And Stone Cold Steve Austin ran in and intervened to make sure she was not, quote, crucified. And it was a wild time. And yes, I went back and watched that you know, time in wrestling. So no, the Brood, the Undertaker himself, like the Phenom, whatever we want to call him. He's had so many names over the years and reused them. But the Brood of the Phenom, the Undertaker, this was the era. And Stone Cold Steve Austin saved Stephanie McMahon from being crucified on live television. And it was probably one of the wildest things I've ever seen. Seriously. So with that being said, we have one judge.
I think it's really interesting, Brian, that you have Undertaker this week on one of the best, and last week you also had one of his themes on one of the worst.
Yeah,
you had the really long. No, I'm just really interesting that just the difference between the music in '98 compared to the 10-minute walkout.
Well, yeah,
fair.
No, it's just really interesting from thinking about the Undertaker. That's all that's what you, when you saw Undertaker, I'm like, oh, that's so different compared to what we have now.
No, I feel you on that one. I love the Undertaker, but his 10-minute walkout,
you know, that's probably his hips.
Shit. God damn, Brad.
I can't get out of bed myself. Geez.
Going to you, sir.
The 3-pointer of the.
All right, Matt, you're up.
Oh, am I here? You guys hear me? Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
You got
we
it.
can hear you.
The 3-pointer, it's almost a no-brainer. What the reason you gave is The Game by this.
Nice.
Iconic. Not, you know, brief anecdote. I've been home disabled since 2016, right? But I used to have a partner, an IT partner, we would go to conferences with, and in 2017 he sent me an email and he was like, Matt, you'll never believe this, bro. Like, his voice is like a Valley voice. Like, I was at the airport and Triple H was like going through the airport and he just had to talk to someone and the crowd saw him and started singing his song.
Nice.
Yeah. And he would go, bro, man, you should have been there. That's what he said to me. So 3-pointer is Triple H. The 2-pointer. You made some great points with that one. So Judas, the 2-pointer. You know, that's one of your best arguments ever. You guys.
Nice, dude.
It had nothing to do with WWE.
Wait, hold on. You go earn that.
I can't believe that happened.
I cannot believe it happened either.
And
We will write an appellate brief on this later on.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I'll take it.
And the 1-pointer, tough choice, guys, but I'm going to go with the Undertaker, the 1998.
Okay.
And I like metal
real,
in this. You know?
real quick before we do our number one, do we just want to mention some honorable mentions before we do our number ones, or you want to do that after real quick? Because I think there's some honorable mentions.
We'll do it after.
Okay, cool.
We still have 3, 2, and 1.
I know. Yeah, I know. I was just thinking out loud.
2 and 1. Okay, yeah.
Fucking,
I got what you mean.
lawyers are
Okay, let's
trying
get
to
our number
catch us.
threes ready.
All right, hold on.
Mhm.
If Brad's not jumping the gun,
Just
What,
thinking
none of you are going to
proactively.
choose Mr. Ass as your choice here?
damn it, Matt.
All righty.
Hold on.
Give
hold
away
on,
my
hold
number
on.
one.
That was my joke. Yeah. Okay. All right. Hold
All
on.
right.
Oh, shit. No, hold on. Dude, I'm tired. Sorry.
Are we ready?
Good to go.
Ego, you ready?
Yes.
Sir.
Brad, Ryan? Okay.
Yes.
Good.
And reveal. I'm still seeing everyone doing the same thing. Everyone's frozen.
No.
Really?
That's just you.
Oh,
Hang on.
boy.
That's on me. Hang on. You're all circling now. Hold up. Hold up. Be
your
right.
time.
Be right there in a second. Hang on.
JV will be back.
Solo has
So-
given the Samoan spike
Shut
to
up.
Roman's internet.
He didn't even
Oh.
pick an AEW wrestler.
All right. Brad, you won the last one, so that means you go first.
Okay.
So here you go.
So
You said Hulk
obviously,
Hogan, Real American.
right. Obviously, this is a rerun. Ego already talked about it, but it is in fact defining. It is defining for a generation of WrestleManiacs, for Hulkamaniacs, and it's so defining that we heard it a couple weeks ago, and now we just don't have Hulkamaniacs. We have Trumpamaniacs. So when you think about wrestling, when you think about when WWE hit, who was a star? It's Hulk Hogan. And everywhere you went, I am a real American. He'd come down to the ring, just like even pointing at the ring, and people would get pumped. This is another song that, and again, different for the time, but different in the sense it brought in rock and roll wrestling, because that's when it came in. That's when we had, Cyndi Lauper coming in. We had all the stars coming in. That's when WrestleMania was just starting. And this was getting people jazzed. This was getting people excited. And even today, when you hear just Real American, you think, that's Hulk Hogan. That's WrestleMania. That's WWE. This song is iconic. It will still continue to be iconic.
All right. Ryan, good. Ryan, you're up.
All right. It is my turn. All right. I picked Kane, Slow Chemical, because Kane has had one of the biggest entrances of all time. It's not just the fact that he followed his brother, quote, brother, but Glenn Jacobs had one of the most explosive, literally, entrances of all time. It is iconic. When the stage explodes, there is nobody else that you could understand to say, like, oh, it's this person. No, it's Kane. It's Kane. It's always Kane. And the Slow Chemical theme from Finger 11 is the most beloved by fans. And trust me, I know the reason why, because I was one of them. Kane as ECW champion was literally the reason I wanted to go to WWE NXT. Literally. This is something that when the stage exploded and they were going into the HD era, literally it was the LEDs, fire just engulfed the stage. It was one of the most incredible ever. Now, it started with the Kane-Rooney, Booker T and stuff like that, Gold Dust against the Un-Americans, Test, Christian, and Lance Storm. It had kind of like, but this was Kane's biggest run of all time. This was where he literally won the ECW championship. The battle royal before that against Mark Henry and the Great Khali, and threw them out of the ring and survived, and the whole entire stadium of the Orange Dome went fucking nuts. And you know the song. It's literally all right, I'm not going to do that again. Sorry. Literally, it's one of those things that Kane is a WWE legend, and not a single person in talks on this panel other than Hulk Hogan. I can't. The Rock is too. I'm just pissing people off. No,
Just one.
Kane's entrance is one of the most iconic in history. Stage explodes, and literally, there's a monster, a 6'8" monster that walks through the pyro flames. You think you can top that? I have two that top that, but nobody else. That's my argument.
All right. I'll go next. Roman Reigns, head of the table. It's April 30th, 2021. Roman Reigns has captured the title August 30th of 2020. He's been in his reign for about 243 days. Relatively speaking to 1,316, he's fairly new in his title reign. He's going up against Daniel Bryan, who had been on a hot streak of late. This is a championship match on SmackDown. We are still in the Thunderdome, and you're thinking to yourself, Daniel Bryan has a shot at this. You're expecting the remixed Shield theme, and then you hear head of the table, this godlike orchestral choral musical piece that Roman Reigns is walking slowly out to, and immediately your mind goes to, okay, never mind. Roman Reigns is going to win this match. And everything about this match just makes Roman Reigns larger. The Superman punch hits a little harder. The ooh, ah, right before his spear is a little more intense. And true story, a mixed martial arts fighter, I believe he was in Bellator, used this theme as his walk to the octagon theme, and he got clowned on because he got knocked out in the first round. If you're going to use a theme like this, you better be a badass. You better be on God mode. This is, again, the word gets used a lot, iconic, aura. It just said everything that is the tribal chief Roman Reigns. Is it? Has everyone gone, or is Ego left?
Ego's left.
Ego, you're up.
Yes, I got the Rock. You smell it. I know that everyone wants to do the if you smell what the Rock is cooking, but I don't think you get to that without this one. You smell it, which was in debut of May of '98. I think it's the beginning of it's the leader of the Nation of Domination, and when he joins the corporation. But to me, it's a song.
Do you smell? Do you smell?
Do you smell? You smell it. It's smell. The verb is smell. The verb is smell. I would say it's the beginning of Rock actually coming into his own, not being Rocky Maivia, not just being a Nation of Domination, but actually being The Rock, actually being his own wrestler in his own right, being solo. And the fact that it's evolved over time, but I don't think we get any of this without Do you smell it? I don't think we get if you smell what the Rock is cooking. I don't think that he becomes the most electrifying man in sports entertainment. I don't think any of that starts or actually builds without this theme. And I couldn't possibly take it off the top 5 list, even though I had maybe 1 or 2 or above this one. But I got to say that's want to be my top 5.
Okay. Matt, you're up.
Man, you keep busting these. Where were the arguments 2, 3, 4 weeks ago?
I don't know, man. I do not know. I don't know.
Wait a minute, I know. You're in the hotel room. So if we were doing contest, we have to go back to the
hotel
room.
Ego.
It's the hotel juju.
It's like
not ego.
It's right-eye ego. It's the mirror universe ego.
Right eye humble, man. Right eye humble.
No, not multiverse
Right-eye
ego.
humble.
Humble. Okay.
The beard is
so
fake. He has no beard, just like Spock had the beard. Now he doesn't have the beard.
You all picked, man. You all gave great reasons here. I don't really want to choose, but I got to choose. Okay, this time the real American gets the 3-pointer.
All right, nice. Nice.
Yeah. And then 2-pointer. Oh God. Ego 2-pointer.
Nice.
The 1-pointer. Oh man. I can we get a 5th person so I can give both of you 1 point?
Well,
Nope.
no. Hold on, Matt. Yes, we'll explore that because I kind of feel bad for you right now. Yes, we'll try to find a 6th person.
Well, the problem is Ego coming up with good arguments all of a sudden. I wasn't expecting that, damn it. Why you're ruining my whole plan. It's always, well, did Ego have a case or not? And then check the other 3. Now,
Well, such a good argument. He won with an EW song, for God's sakes.
Well, Matt, you know why?
don't know what
He
it is.
removed his head from Jade Cargill's ass.
That's not where his head was.
Yeah. Okay.
Ew.
Oh, sorry.
Well, with these 2, head of the table gets the 1-pointer. I hate that. Ego, it's all your fault. It's all your fault that I picked this game. It's all your fault.
Ego,
Big
you
Red
son
Michigan
of a
come in
bitch.
the hotel room and chokeslam me out the window on fire.
You know, I was actually, when Ryan was talking about Kane's theme, I went to look it up. It was on the Punisher 2004 soundtrack.
Yeah. True story. Yep.
Did not realize that.
It was a big thing, but it doesn't matter. Ego won one, so let's.
Well, he got second.
He came in second.
Second place.
Well, that's big for him, Brad.
Yeah, all I know is
Stop-
I'm beating Ego. That's secured.
Stop being a dick.
Lawyer.
All right.
You're
For our
an
number
ass.
2.
I'm just kidding.
Are we
Yeah.
ready?
I will be in a second.
Oh,
Yes.
God, JV switches like. JV switches like he's.
Mhm.
This one was hard.
All right.
Hold on.
Whoa. I can't see you guys, so never mind then. Okay, Brad,
You all right?
are you ready?
I'm ready.
Yeah.
Hold on.
I'm ready.
Okay.
Go.
Ryan, you ready?
Yep.
All right. 3, 2, 1, reveal. All right. I can't see what's got here, so I will go first. Now, I have been somewhat of a harsh critic of the Attitude Era.
Harsh.
Yet I have all.
What?
I know. True. I have been. Yet I have also showed what is right about the Attitude Era. And it centers around one person. This person's finisher was in my top 5 finishers of all time. This person was in my top 5 champions of all time. So obviously his theme song would be in my top 5, and that is Stone Cold Steve Austin, the Broken Glass. The minute the Broken Glass hits, business picks up, the crowd pops, JR loses his damn mind every time. Stone Cold Steve Austin was everything right about the Attitude Era, and there was a lot that was wrong about it. But Stone Cold Steve Austin was Attitude Era. He was attitude personified. And this song, just again, it's an overused word. It's iconic. And don't be surprised if we hear it in WrestleMania 41, because Stone Cold Steve Austin lives just outside of Las Vegas, and WrestleMania 41 is in Las Vegas next year. So, but Broken Glass, as far as a theme song goes, it gets the crowd hyped. You know what's coming. The minute you hear it, it's on. Business is on, and someone's getting a mud hole stomped in them, and it's getting walked dry. All right, Ryan, you're up.
All right. It is my turn. The Rock, 2001. Stone Cold Steve Austin and The Rock are in the top of everything for me. They're literally, look, Hulk Hogan blazed a trail so much. And he is one of the most iconic, like Ric Flair, one of the most iconic superstars of all time. But The Rock and Stone Cold Steve Austin did things that literally no one else could have done. And quite frankly, you understand that because this is literally the intro, the outro that we use of The Rock because he came back against for the Alliance, WCW, ECW versus the WWF. That is the height of The Rock. That is one of the biggest opening pops of all time. And Stone Cold Steve Austin literally understood this because Stone Cold and The Rock were friends. And the way that Stone Cold wanted to go out was The Rock beating him 2003 at WrestleMania. And again, The Rock and Stone Cold literally go back and forth. And when fans understand that there might be The Rock and Stone Cold Part 4, they chant for it. They crave it. There are no two superstars in the history of this fucking planet on wrestling. They're bigger than Hulkamania. They're massively larger than The Undertaker and Kane, I'm a big fan of Kane. The Rock and Stone Cold Steve Austin are wrestling. They will never be usurped. Ric Flair will never usurp them. All the titles he has, because the pop for The Rock and Stone Cold Steve Austin will never, ever, ever be matched again. We'll never see this again, ever again. That's my argument.
All right, Brad.
Remember very intelligent clown prince of crime saying that this song brought an absolute pop not that long ago. This Edge started using this song in 2004, and I think that coincided with his heel turn. He had been a singles for a bit. He and Christian had broken up. He'd always use the thing, the beginning of "You think you know me, you think you know me," right? But I think when it timed in with this song, it changed it, because this is the beginning of "You think you know me? Do you really think you know me?" Because then he evolved into not just being, the Brood, the weird vampire hunter, whatever the hell he was doing back then with Christian and Gangrel. He became the rated R superstar. He became the ultimate opportunist. He became the Edge we knew, the Edge who forced to retire in 2011, then immediately inducted to the Hall of Fame. This was his song. This was absolutely his song. And as Joker said, when he returned at the Royal Rumble, all you need to hear is just those first parts of "You Think You Know Me." Everyone blew up. It blew up. It's like, holy crap, dude is back. And he just comes out, and it's not, he's hyped. You can tell he's hyped because he's feeling the song. That's one of the things you love to see. You'd love to see the person feeling the song, loving the song. Randy Orton says that song fits his character, but he doesn't love it. He does not like voices. Edge loves the song so much that it is his song, and he continues to use it as Adam Copeland in AEW. No matter what, this is Edge. It may be called Metalingus, but this is Edge's theme.
All right, Matt.
Okay.
No, wait, Left Eye didn't go.
Wait, I did not go. Damn, my bad.
Oh,
All right.
So I thought he used up those arguments.
Sorry, sir.
My bad. So when you think when you think of a song befitting of someone that's won the world title 16 times, you can't go wrong with Dawn. I will say it, the first time I ever heard the song, I apologize because of my age, was when he was in WCW. All I heard was like these drums as if there was a pronouncement of someone regal and befitting of whatever title he had was coming through the entrance. I swear, I shit you not, I'm like, I didn't even know who it was. I'm like, Dad, who was that? My dad didn't even say his name first. He says, "Woo! That's the Nature Boy, son." I'm like, who? That's Ric Flair. And I've been hooked ever since. I can't imagine of things on the go on for this long to the point where it's almost in the common lexicon that when something astounding happens, something that's not supposed to happen, something that turns it on its head, you start hearing the theme song for Dawn, just the dun 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 dun. It's such a pronouncement of someone that's going to be befitting royalty, and I don't see how, because if I have one person ahead of this, it would almost be my top because it's such a pronouncement of royalty, of regality, of someone that's going to be holding the title for a while, and someone that's befitting of it, winning it not once, not twice, but 16 times. And true to Ric Flair living almost forever at this point, I think it's going to be a song that's going to be around way longer than we think it is.
Hey, Ego, real quick question. Where'd you get it?
Shit. I am trying. That's one. That's again. This is an age thing. I do not know. I'm not gonna lie to you.
I'm not going to say shit.
2001.
I just say it's an Odyssey if you watch it.
Wait.
2001. Space Odyssey.
His bio. Oh, 2001: A Space. I apologize then.
I'm just fucking with you.
No worries.
He's used it. That is fair. I've never even seen 2001. I didn't even know what it's about. So I mean, I don't know. I'm sorry. I don't know what it's about. As ever keep saying, it's just I don't know.
The classic film.
I'll check it out. I'll write that down. Space Odyssey.
It will bore you, but it's classic.
Read the book; it's better.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, Matt.
Okay, the 3-pointer is easy. Joker, you nailed it right on the head there. Broken glass. You could hear that. Like if you were in an airport and you heard that go off, you'd like, oh, it's so cold there. It's just someone drink tone or whatever. But you turn your head. You would turn your head to look if you heard the broken glass. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Contest. The 2-pointer. God. The Rock. It's one of The Rock, and you hit all the reasons for it. Iconic. Not quite as the broken glass, or like in terms of singular sounds, the broken glass and the dong. Like you heard those and you look. You know what I mean? Like dong.
Yeah.
Yeah. But and the 1-pointer. Damn you, ego! Damn you, right eye, ego! You should go away and look like I come back.
Right eye, humble, yes.
Wow.
Yeah. God damn it! I like Metalingus a lot. I like it.
Right.
Honestly, it's just one of my favorites.
Yeah.
I didn't
It's a
even care
really
if I
good
won or not.
song. It's not just because of Edge. It's a really good song.
Yeah.
Dawn gets the 1-pointer. Damn you, right eye! You bastard, right eye! What have you done to ego? Let him out of the boiler room, damn it! Let him out.
All right. For the final. Here we go.
Good to go.
Ready?
Almost there.
I'm almost ready. All right. 3, 2, 1. Reveal. Okay. All right, Brad, start us off.
There you go.
All right. So,
There
what haven't we heard? Matt just said, you hear this and you know what's happening. Attitude. I'm just writing George, what is right about the Attitude Era? Everything that's right about it. Look, I know we're throwing on the word iconic and we're not using it like the way the Iconics were back as a tag team.
God.
This is literally this music. As Hulk Hogan, Real American, defined the 1980s rock and wrestling, the beginning of WrestleMania, Stone Cold's theme literally symbolizes the rebirth of WWF, WWE, and the actual finishing move on WCW. Because this character, this man, this wrestler, this song, this epitomized everything that changed the WWE. You know, there's nothing fancy about it. It's just a hardcore kick-ass song. You hear that go down, it's like, oh, glass is breaking. JR, Stone Cold. Business is picking up. Bottom line, shit's going down. It doesn't matter. You hear the glass break, you know shit is going down. Stone Cold's coming in, and look, yeah, someone's getting a mud hole stomped in their ass, and then beers are going around left and right. This defines wrestling in the 1990s going forward. And even when he stopped, you could still hear the music, and people just, it doesn't matter, it's Stone Cold. People would freak out. You hear it no matter what. You hear the glass break, done. It's it. This to me is just literally, you don't even need the rest of the music. Just the glass breaking is it. Almost. That's it. You hear it, boom. It's Stone Cold. This defines it. This is what created wrestling that we have now.
All right. Ryan, since you agree, take it away.
I don't actually agree. I agree on the music. I agree on Stone Cold Steve Austin. But no, he didn't start in WCW with the glass. He started as Stunning Steve. It was a flop. It sucked. And quite frankly, Paul Heyman, yes. Stone Cold Steve Austin is a Paul Heyman man. Paul Heyman said, you come over here, tell us how you feel. And Steve Austin did. Yes, he did. And all of a sudden, JR, yes, good old Jim Ross, called the reason that Stone Cold Steve Austin was one of the biggest hits in the history of wrestling is because he said, Austin 316 just kicked your ass. That's why Stone Cold Steve Austin was one of the biggest ever. And Stone Cold Steve Austin literally went to Dwayne Johnson, The Rock, and said, you want to do this? And they did this. We have the best wrestling in the history of the world. No, I'm sorry. I love The Ultimate Warrior. I love Hulk Hogan. But The Rock and Stone Cold Steve Austin trailblazed more than any wrestler in the history of this world. You know why? Because they talked to each other. And Stone Cold said, hey, I'm going to do this. You want to do that? That's why Stone Cold went from a heel to a face to a super face to The Rock being a heel and a face and then a super face. And literally Stone Cold and The Rock said, let's do this. And Austin 316 said, I just whooped your fucking ass. Said to The Rock, Dwayne Johnson, my last match, you win. You win. And The Rock said in that moment, after the match, after it was over, after they electrified everyone, The Rock said, thank you, and I love you. And that was officially Stone Cold Steve Austin's last match ever. There will never, ever, ever, ever in the history of the world be a duo like The Rock and Stone Cold Steve Austin. Not even close. Not even close. Try comparing that. So no, Stone Cold Steve Austin, who is one of my favorites, but The Rock is more my favorite. Stone Cold Steve Austin literally rectified and saved World Wrestling Federation for all of us to enjoy. Without him, you'd have nothing. You wouldn't have any of this ever. So you better love that glass shattering, because quite frankly, it's never gonna happen again.
All right, Ego, you're up.
All right, Sue, I know we've all said the same thing pretty much in terms of Stone Cold's with the glass shattering. I didn't take it so much as glass shattering. I took it more of a proverbial bull in a china shop. And from what I meant from that is, when you heard that glass breaking, you knew it was going to be a bull in the china shop towards the establishment. Like when Stone Cold went toe to toe with the corporation, he'd be a bull in the china shop when the glass broke. When he'd go against the religious fanatics, when the Undertaker was the personification of evil, he was the bull in the china shop for equality, because this stunner was non-binary. I'm talking China got it, Deborah McMahon got it, Mae Young even got one of these stunners. And he was also a bull in a china shop for foolishness. So whenever there was a huge scrum, people were wrestling, going all out. The minute you heard the bull in the china shop going, you're like, hey, he's about to clear all of this out. In fact, when I become a dad and my kid's been acting up, I'm going to play that theme song so my sons know I'm not messing around. So for that reason, it's number one. But
I love that, by the way.
Why are you assuming you're going to have sons? You let them choose their gender.
I'm hoping, man. Because if it's a daughter, it's gonna be over for me, bro. I'd be yeah.
Well, Eagles sperm themselves use Broken Glass as their theme song.
Just play it whenever you're trying to have a baby. Just play that in the background. There you go.
It'll be in Shiro's womb, and she'll be going, "What are you doing to me, you bastard? What are you doing to me?"
You just got to pump up the
to
Y
walk around and
chromosomes.
just Stone Cold's theme playing all over in the maternity ward.
That'd be awesome.
When the baby comes out the broken glass place.
The baby just
comes
does
out
this.
and stuns the doctor.
Right.
Yeah, that's my favorite right
WrestleMania 57.
Yeah.
All right, so I guess I'm the odd man out here on this one. That's fine, because Triple H, the game. A, it's Motorhead. B, it's fucking Motorhead. C, that entrance at WrestleMania 21 when Motorhead is on stage playing Triple H's theme song, and Triple H comes rising up through the stage, and Motorhead is surrounding him playing. That is just metal as fuck. So I'm playing for 2 points, which I think I've already gotten this. So that's all I need to say, because, and I'm reminded again, it's Motorhead. Who would win in a fight, Lemmy or God? It's a trick question. Lemmy is God.
God.
All right, Matt, you're up.
Okay, the 3-pointers are the Broken Glass, and the 2-pointer is the game. Just real quick, since it's the last one, my favorite theme song of all time is another Motorhead song, Evolution.
Yep.
And then the other couple in no particular order: The Game, Broken Glass, Tommy Dreamer, Use a Man in a Box. Another one I'm surprised no one mentioned, Pomp and Circumstance for Randy
my man, because we chopped it down to 5. Because we were going to do 10, then we went to 7. I had to kick out Cult of Cult of Personality.
Yeah, Cult of Personality
from Punk, and then Tokyo Shock, which is Io Skies.
Rising Sun.
I had Cody.
Nakamura's song is called Rising Sun, by the way, if you didn't know that. Yeah.
All righty, so tabulating the final points here.
Wait, is LeftEyeEgo a separate person in the tally?
No.
Right Eye Humble.
Yeah. Right Eye Humble.
That's the Mirror Universe version of LeftEyeEgo.
It's gotta be.
As seen in this classic episode, Mirror Mirror, the second season.
In fourth place, Ego was playing at 69 points.
How fitting.
Brad
Mrs. Ego will be happy.
Brad won this round, still holding on to third with 78 points.
Nice.
Ryan cleared the century mark with 101 points.
Wow.
And still the best in the world at 112.
Nice. All right,
Well
let's
done, well
cheer. Stop being
So,
dicks.
for next week, we're doing a new segment called
Oh.
"If You Have the Pen,"
Yes.
which Matt is no longer a judge. We're going to go through some of the premium live events that the WWE holds that are multi-man events. So next week we are going to fantasy book the men's Royal Rumble for 2025.
Oh, it's gonna be rough.
Honestly, if it helps the way I did mine, I look at who I want to win. I kind of work, and I kind of work backwards from that, and I look for where do I want a big crowd pop to happen, and then I plant in with there.
The tough part is picking the NXT people to show up.
Yeah, I mean, you don't need a lot of them. So I mean, NXT shows up less for the men. It shows up more for the ladies. But next week we are doing the men next, and NXT is on the table next week.
And we also have certain things like Iron Man in the
Iron Man.
first...
You have Iron Man. The most eliminations. Your final four, your final two, and your eventual winner.
Yeah.
All right. Ego. Let's go right around the horn. What you got coming up?
All right. So no weekly video this week since I'm out of town. I'll be back on Friday. So look forward to me and the wife doing our Ordinary Games. It'll be episode 42. I have a big rant that might take up the entire stream if I let it. So it's a terrible movie that we had to watch. I didn't know how to watch it. And me being Mr. Nice Guy, Mr. Love Everything, I walked out of this movie twice. So check in on Sunday to hear what the movie was.
At the crowd.
Why did you hate Deadpool and Wolverine?
You said what?
Why did you hate Deadpool and Wolverine?
Don't do that. It's not that one. Not that one. Not that one.
Remember, this is Right Eye talking now. We got to find Left Eye.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Mix up my
Matt,
egos.
What you got?
I posted a couple of videos this week. I reviewed the two Rippaverse comics, Yaira and Gooding the Polymath. I also reviewed a comic series called Harrow County, which is a horror comic from Dark Horse that's completed 32 issues. My review of Sharp's Siege, which is season 4, episode 2 of Sharp, posted this morning. I will have my AEW All in London kind of thoughts probably tomorrow-ish. And I'll have my did I do my picks? I don't remember if I did my picks for Bash in Berlin yet. I think I have a video for that, you know. I'm not going to do a video for TNA's Emergence, which I think is this Friday, just because, you know, I like it, but I'm just, there's so many wrestling videos you can do, you know what I mean? And then,
right.
Thursday will be on Roman's show, Joker and me, for like a sort of fandom topic, you know, not a specific set of things. And then Friday, I'll have my Friday show with me and Jacob, my Friday Live for Friday Phanonium. And at some point between now and next week, if I don't have a stroke, I'll start reviewing Rings of Prime.
Oh, that started this week, huh?
Yeah, it's I couldn't even make myself do the trailer. I was going to do a trailer.
Buy a life
video.
alert.
I said I have to do 3 episodes in 1 week. I'm not doing a freaking trailer. I'm not going to watch it.
Roman, he's gonna make you guess what? Two, I bet, huh?
Well, he's booked. We'll see. God. Anyway, that's about it. Just thinking of Rings of Prime, it makes me want to man. Anyway,
All right, Brad.
Probably like the Mr. Ass of TV shows. There you go.
Oh wow! All right, Brad.
Compliment it.
So what do you got?
Tomorrow night, I will be on Static 2020's weekend pregame. That is 8:30 Eastern Time, 5:30 Pacific. We might be watching some of the tag team interview with the future president of the United States, Kamala Harris. See what she does in this pre-recorded interview. Friday, I will be actually enjoying my first fantasy draft of this year. And after that, I will go into the den of debauchery and join Ballbusters on Dermy's channel.
Oh,
wow.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, and
wow.
Good luck.
I don't know. Watching Rings of Prime or Ballbusters with Dermy, I don't know which is worse.
hey,
Otherwise,
all of it.
I plan on enjoying the Labor Day weekend, throw some ribs on the smoker, and maybe actually do some videos because I haven't done it in 3 weeks because of my existential crisis at work.
Gotcha.
Hey, Brad.
Ryan,
sorry.
what do you got?
Well, I have more Acolyte content coming because, quite frankly, it just doesn't seem to stop. It is the gift that keeps on giving.
It's like a cyst that keeps on oozing.
Yeah, pretty much.
I'd rather have that
frankly, shit. Today is Wednesday. So I will probably do a history video tomorrow. And Friday I might try to do a live stream. Project Cambrian. Never mind. He said oozing. I'm leaving on oozing. It's gonna ooze.
All right. So
For me, you
can catch me and Matt tomorrow with Roman of the Empire driving Roman Insane, which you all should tune in on September 12th, because we got Roman to finally have the stream of his favorite film. Not really. We got him to do the stream of The Fifth Element. And it's going to be glorious. Roman hates
He doesn't like it?
He hates it. He hates it. It's going to be glorious.
Oh my God, that's such a good movie. So fun.
I know. And then Friday, I will be dropping my picks for Bash in Berlin. Monday, I will be giving my review. We'll be back here for a whole new segment. You have the pen. Booking the 2025 Royal Rumble. Thanks for stopping by, folks. Thank you, chat. You guys are great. And we will see you all next week. Have fun. Keep smiling. Keep talking. And toodles.
JV's favorite person.
If you smile, the block is cooked. The following contest is scheduled for one fall. On the way to the ring, from Miami, Florida, weighing 275 pounds, the People's Champion, The Rock.